fuck some shit up. I'm a little gassed. You know, Video Magic. I did the last video you guys saw, which was Nick Walker's shoulder workout. That was yesterday for me. So today I'm gonna do Derek Lunsford's fucking back workout. And this thing's insane. From like 6 months ago or whenever the fuck it was, or whatever. The video's down below. I'm not even trying to keep up with the weights or anything. I just want to see what the workout feels like and the volume and all the rest. So it's gonna be fucking interesting. Who the hell are you people? Going for a walk. Hello. Anyway, we're gonna do this back workout. So if you guys want to compare, contrast, see the video down below. But the workout's nuts. It's got like 8 or 9 exercises. The volume is fucking ridiculous. His weights are crazy, but his back density and detail is bar none. He is a monster from the rear. So I want to get all the tips and tricks I can get in. So follow along, see how I do. All right, guys. See you in the gym. All right, so the advantage of like seeing these workouts and watching these workouts before you do them is a couple of different advantages, actually. First one being, you know everything you have to do, and the best part about, I think, that is that you're holding yourself accountable to the workout, right? So the idea that he's got 8 or 7 or 8 or whatever exercises are here, I know every single one because I've watched the video a couple of times to understand what he's doing and what he's gonna do. So, and then I shout out that I'm doing exactly his workout, obviously not to the weights or what he's doing per se, but the idea that you guys can match up and say, all right, cool, he did 4 sets of this, I did 4 sets, and you know, which exercises and so on and so forth. So there's no real way for me to bitch out on a workout, which I don't do, but I do think I might be able to get in, like I leave a little in the tank sometimes, and I, you know, leave the gym, not necessarily with regret, but certainly with the understanding that I could have done another exercise or could have done a couple more sets or a couple more reps. With this, you know, these are fun workouts for me, and doing these pro workouts for me is because I'm holding myself accountable to what they did on video, and I'm saying, all right, I can do this. Now, again, I don't know how much Video Magic they're using, but I'm not trying to use any of it. I'm trying to give you guys every single set, every single rep, every single everything. So this is what you're going to get. And it's very interesting that he starts, Derek starts off with, this is a common exercise for me to start off with as well, maybe a different bar, but a mid-grip, neutral grip pull down to warm up the back. I normally would do this with some Pulley Pullovers, which is the machine behind. I would use that. I'd go back and forth and superset that. Really induces a great amount of blood flow and really gets the back a little bit fatigued and burned where you want to grow the lats. He stays on a lat pull down machine for a long time. He just owns a lat pull down and says, all right, I'm here for 20-30 minutes of my workout, and this is my machine, and I'm going to camp out here, which I found to be really interesting because I normally go from high to low, high to low, high to mid. You know, I have some sort of rhythm as I go with, you know, doing a lat pull down and then going into a row. He doesn't, and again, I found that to be quite interesting and different from what I've been taught to do and what I've learned over the course of time. But I mean, I'll tell you, by the end of the workout, I couldn't tell you I didn't have a great back pump. I was certainly ready to go. So, next thing here also is the amount of load he started off with, right? So the idea that he's going right into this, and he was using, you know, a warm-up set or two and then goes straight into load, which I found it was abysmal for me because I you know, started off 145 pounds. I think we're now at 205 or something like that as we go, and, you know, just moving our way up, or, you know, not racking the thing throughout almost any of this, even though I can, because again, I'm not trying to gas out, but I'm also not trying to save in the tank either, but I do know after these lat pull down, I'm going to go ahead and do close grips, right? And close grips for me, I could stack it all day, and I do. But it was nice to just kind of stay here, which I found, again, intriguing. I kind of want to understand the why behind this, but other than the crazy pump and really just getting as much in this, I feel he's going for wideness for the first half hour of his workout, and then thickness or density for the next half hour. Because it's about an hour workout all in. I know this is about a 30-minute video, but you cut out the minute and a half, 2-minute rest periods, or even 45-second rest periods, depending on where you're at after your warm-up sets and all the rest. But when you get to your working sets, resting for a minute to 2 minutes is not uncommon. And I've really been conscious of making sure that, especially since I work out alone, I kind of want to just get to the next set, right? So when you have a workout partner, which I'm looking for a few different workouts to push myself through. I am getting spotters during like chest workouts, which has been really good, or shoulder workouts, especially when I'm doing my pressing motions. But having a workout partner overall is great for pace. Is number one, so you can pace your workout, because it'll take them anywhere between 30 to 45 seconds to do their set, and then take their 30-second rest or 45-second rest. And if you go, while they're resting and doing whatnot, you've got a decent pace of back and forth where you get that rest in. You have the intentional time of rest, which I think is important during all of your workouts, and something that, beyond the time under tension, is taking the rest in between. Second thing for a workout partner, or benefit of having a workout partner, is being able to push beyond your limitations. So even with this, that extra inch that if I really want to tap my chest, somebody could be behind me and just fucking push it into my chest and make me hold, by helping me hold. Even though, again, I'm looking at Derek's workout very much like I looked at Nick Walker's workout, and I'm going at the pace that they were going. They didn't describe it, but I was watching it and I understood the pace and the intensity. I enjoyed Derek's movements and motions more so than I enjoy Nick's. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. I think Nick is unbelievably concentrated and unbelievably focused, and to use the word methodical, I think, would be probably one of the best words to use for him. With Derek, it's certainly not a meathead kind of situation, but he definitely likes to throw big weights around, and he likes to move big weights around. So it was interesting to see the difference of the dichotomy between the two of them, especially back to back like this. So I found that to be a lot of fun, because I do look more at a workout style like Derek's. So workout partner, number one, keeping pace. Number two with a workout partner is being able to just push past, your own limitations, or limitations that you may make, whether it's in your mind or physical limitations, which do come up, right? So you might want to get one more rep, and you just legitimately only get a half rep. Well, they can force that into a full rep, which would be great. Or like even here with the 2 or 3 inches, I think that'd be phenomenal if I could really tap my chest there. Even though I feel my elbows are in good position and everything's there, but a little bit deeper would never be a bad thing. That's my neighbor behind me. It's a cool dude. What's up, neighbor? You're on video. Like legitimately like 6 houses away. We've hung out quite a few times. Really great guy. Good family. And if you ever need a lawyer, I think he's a lawyer. No, anyway. I got a lot of lawyers around me. A lot of lawyers in my town. So, mid grip neutral, wide grip lat pull down, close grip neutral. Just crazy. Again, just bogarting this machine for the first 20, 30 minutes of my workout. I really thought that was, really, really something else. So going right into the close grips. And just going ham on the close grips. Now these I'm going to go heavier. I like close grips. The lat and the trap, in this motion for me specifically, because I was watching Derek do them, that lean back a little bit and really driving that into the chest. That's my motion all day. So this is an exercise I excel at and I have a lot of fun with. So this for me was a really good way to and getting off the lat pull down bar. And as you can see, I'm pretty much almost already at the stack here and feeling really good. So ton of blood flow happening, great pump in the upper back. Mid back, lower back, not so much just yet, but again, how the workout's designed, you know, definitely get that. Even one of the more interesting exercises, which was kind of this like short burst deadlift, which was really, yeah, it was a density work exercise, and I understood it once I got into the motion, because I was like, oh, okay, I get what he's doing here. Certainly not a shrug, certainly not a row. But almost like a combination of that with a little bit of a deadlift and I think polishing off the lower back, which I normally would end my back workout with doing some lower back exercises. You know, whether that's the Roman chair or you know, even just a back extension or something. I did not feel the need to do that. I also did not feel the need at the end of this workout to do any sort of bicep work, which I normally would within a back workout. I'll pick one exercise, whether it's a preacher curl or a pulley curl or something like that, and finish off with some sort of bicep exercise. But frankly, I was just gassed. I mean, we've got 3 exercises down, and as you guys are watching this, we're only a third of the way through the video. So you can understand like the pace we're moving here, or the volume that we're going to do here. I had nothing else in the tank. So lower back got hit, but biceps definitely, look, they were fired up by the time I was done anyway. Yeah, we're just stacked and we're just driving it down. Again, I excel at this exercise, so I really enjoy it. It really makes me feel great. Very confident exercise for me. But I think the target with this workout was 4 sets of anywhere between 10 to 12 reps. And I don't know if he actually verbally said that in the video, but I kind of took the cue after watching a couple of sets, and I said, all right, I'm pretty sure I counted 10 to 12, depending on what it was. Also, little tip, right? Little trick. Depending on where this pad is for your legs, you know, if you've noticed, when I started in the mid grip, my legs were much further back, you know, closer to the top of my knee. And then by the lat pull down, they were about mid leg. And then now, because I really want to anchor myself because I'm going to lean back, I think understanding where your foot positioning is and where the pad is on your legs is getting you a better understanding of where the fulcrum points are as you're seated, or you know, where the weight distribution is going to go as you pull down. That can really screw up your whole workout. Found this bar because this was the bar that Derek was using, or something very close to this. So again, this like easy curl pulley attachment, wide grip. Now I don't know if he just does a wide grip because he's just fucking wide, or if he likes this because of how it hits the lat and the trap and, you know, what it's doing. So I just went along with it because I'm certainly not as wide as Derek. I don't think we're too far off, honestly, only because obviously, you know, look, he's significantly shorter than I am. I'm 6'1" on a good day, so I do have some width to me because of my height and the build that I have, but he's still a wide motherfucker, so, or really wide motherfucker. So I don't know if he's doing the grip because of where his arms are and where his shoulder width is, or what that may look like, but I enjoyed this grip because normally I'll do a rope, or I'll do the vector thing, or you know, get a little closer, but I felt really good on this. So I'm taking this, definitely taking that positioning away from this workout as something, you know, that's not something I normally do, because all the first 3 exercises I do, right? I do those in variation, and I do those across different workouts, but this wide grip felt really good, and I think not having the rope and not having whatever, I was able to get a better extension, and I was also be able to get my hands further down than I normally could with the rope, and still have the tension point within the pulley, which I think is important. Again, talk about tension, talk about fulcrum points, talk about balance. These things are important as you're kind of moving through these workouts. But I will tell you, my lats are build up at this point, and understanding that I'm halfway through the workout now and saying, all right, well, I'm halfway through, my lats are full. Would I ever stop here? No, I would get some sort of row in, which again, he gets into, but then he's got 3 more exercises past this. It's just insanity. Now, I was watching his grip. He did an overhand. He was definitely closer in. And it was a much shorter, almost like a T-bar, like what a T-bar row would do, where you're standing at this more of like a 75-degree angle, not a 90-degree and not a 60-degree. And look, I've seen a lot of dudes go full 90-degree down, a real big pivot on the hip. He was not doing anything like that. From the video, it was like this 75-degree motion, and I found it to be extremely beneficial, again, like a T-bar row again, now we're switching over from width to thickness. Found that really interesting. Again, I don't want to, go into it too much, but at the end of the day, when he's doing the first 3-4 exercises that are focusing on width, and then the last 3-4 exercises focusing on density, found that to be really great. So it's this shorter motion, really upper back, mid trap, high trap motion. That's what I was hitting during this. But again, it's all density. So able to move up, I think, with my hand grip in this kind of shoulder width positioning. I was able to move up with weight pretty rapidly. I felt very confident and comfortable. I could have, I think, gone a step from the 2 plates to a quarter rather than 2 plates to a 3 plate, and I think I pay the price here on this set because I didn't feel as comfortable. Yeah, I can already tell. I didn't feel as comfortable during this. So I probably only got 8, and then I'll drop, and then I'll do the last set, but I'll go down to 2 1/4 because that felt a little bit more sloppy. But the guy approaches the gym like a gorilla. He goes in and fights for every rep, which again, I love that, and that's really more of the style that I take. So definitely commending him on that kind of approach. Has more of that Dorian Yates, branch feel to it. So I liked his style of working out, and I think the grittiness that he brings to the table is a little bit of where this comes in, right? If you looked at Dorian, you look at Branch, they're grainy, they're gritty, high vascularity. The muscles are almost like chiseled, not smoothed. If that makes sense. Like the difference between like a Branch Warren and like a Kevin Levrone, that idea that Kevin is flowy and Branch Warren is more choppy. They both look very obviously similar because they're top of the league, but at the end of the in their times, but there is a difference and distinct difference on how they worked out. So I enjoyed Derek's approach because that really is an approach I grew up with and really enjoyed. I'm just giving you guys a rear shot because why not? And again, I don't give a shit about people walking between my camera. This is a public gym. You do what you got to do. So, but I want you guys to see the spread of the lat as you come down, and then as you come back up, you're really squeezing the lats together, which is going to get the lat in the mid trap activity. So you're getting that stretch. The stretch and the contraction, that's the part, right? So I don't think you guys could have seen a lot of that from the front or that side angle shot that I had. So I'm happy. I'm really happy I did that shot actually. This is as best as I could do, right? So, and I stacked up weight. The only challenge was I was uneven. He was hitting this bar, and you can hear it in the background. I'm hitting the rack. He was doing the same, and that was like his stopgap. Just tap and go, right? It wasn't a tap, release, relax, and then go. It was just tap, go, tap, go, tap, go. That pace worked well for me. But I felt uneven. So my right or my left, as I went heavier, and I think you'll see it on this next set, as I went heavier, like right hand versus left hand, I don't know if that was where my arm positioning was, my foot positioning, but as I started to tap a little bit, especially as the weights got heavier, they're tapping a little harder, they're a little harder to control. I could feel it bounce back on me, right versus left, and understand what that felt like reverberating back. So it kind of threw me off kilter a little bit, if that makes sense. And you'll see it. I think on this set or even the next one when I go up to 4 plates, you can kind of see how I had to stop and slow or reset myself. Again, hand grip a little bit wider than shoulder width. So I was watching that, plant the feet, and then it's just the motion of and puffing the chest out. So again, this is really like a density thing. I should have done a back shot for this. Yeah, my right hand is coming down before my left hand is. You don't see it here as much as I think the next set, and I didn't feel it as much until I got to 4 plates. By the way, the woman that was in the back of the shot, she busts her ass every time she's in the gym. She was telling me she's like down to 2 days a week right now because of work or whatever's going on. But when she's there, she's like nonstop. She just goes, and she's hard. She goes hard. And I told her, she's probably like one of like 10 people in here that like really work. Yeah, so let's see where I go off kilter. Yeah, I'm off kilter. So my right's coming down before my left. All right, so this is another reason I like to make these videos so I can understand and see what's going on. Because I'm going to, stop. Because something happened, right? I felt that right to left really get thrown off. So I don't know. Yeah, I lower the weight because I think the weight was a little too much for what was happening. So I go back down to the 3 plates. I think Derek went up to like 5 or 6 plates. Does that seem impossible to me? No, but because of that tap on the bar, really did not make a lot of sense for me to continue moving up. No, okay, never mind. I stayed at 4 plates. Because I'm not up. But the tap, yeah. You can even see I'm off kilter. And I get concerned with, and again, look, when you go right, left, and you're looking at lateral movement, that's where you could throw your back out, or your lower back. That's where the stress comes into the hip and the legs, and your joints really take a little bit of a beating when you go off kilter and you're looking at lateral movement. So it's very important to pay attention to lateral movement just as much as it is when you're working on a plane movement. And when I say plane, I mean like, 90-degree plane. Think of a horizon. So lateral movement's a big deal for me to watch out for, especially as I age. Lateral movement will get me in trouble depending on my knees and my hips and everything else. So I'm conscious as I move. Just keep going with the density and the thickness at this point. I love the way he does his low rows. This is how I do my low rows. This is how I enjoy doing my low rows. Let me rephrase, because I've been doing more of keeping my body at like an 80-degree angle, and then not having any sway, getting a nice big stretch, and then pulling in toward my belly, where this sway helps move bigger weight. And that's not why we do this, but look, sometimes it's just fucking fun to move stacks. And the sway helps with that. I don't know what I'm jamming out to at the moment. She works out the whole entire time with her phone, by the way. It's crazy to me. The whole entire time the phone's to her face. And she just switches like right to left, left to right. So I saw her coming, so I had to like watch out. But I look, to each his own, but I don't get it. But this motion, I loved every second of this. I liked the sway. I'm still coming into the belly. You want to keep this low. You want to keep your elbows in. But you're able to really move some weight and do what you got to go do there. So I love it. I love all that. That dude that just came into frame, I really should keep my camera rolling sometimes. He just got himself straps. He's really excited about them. Saw I was using them, kind of, just came over and started asking me questions about like how to use them. So it was really good interaction. I had to turn them around on him, show them a little bit more of the benefit of straps. Made some jokes about wrist or grip strength. We're not doing any competitions on grip strength anytime soon. So, and he was talking to me about some arthritis and things like that. Great. These are going to be some really cool tools for you to kind of get through some better workouts. So it was really good interaction. I really should leave some of that in, because I talk to a couple of people during my workouts because they like to ask questions, and I enjoy answering them, especially when they're, something I can help with. Again, this is some of the reason why I'm doing these videos, or a lot of the reasons why I'm doing these videos. I want you guys to ask questions so I can answer them and kind of guide along and help and give you my opinion on things, which, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, share, do all that. Takes you a few seconds. It's free for you, and it means the world to me. So really would love it if you guys, did that as you kind of watching me rep out and talk shit and understand a little bit more about what I'm going through. So love to interact with you guys more and more and more. And as my audience grows, the more interactions come in, which I'm really enjoying. And those of you who, talk shit, no problem. I'll talk it right back. Yeah, see how his straps are? We're going to fix those. On the next set, I think it's the next set. But he pulls me over and we chat, so it's good. Yeah, I'm gassed. But guess what? We still got one more exercise to go. So I was pissed. A couple of different things. And like, pissed is an overstatement. But the machine that Derek was on, we have something very similar. And it's one machine next to this, but it was out of order. The cable looked like it snapped. So I went to my tried and true, but as you guys will notice, totally different grip. This is an overhand grip, high grip. Definitely makes it harder. The lower you go, the easier it is. The higher you go, the harder it is. Neutral grip or mid grip neutral is certainly not easy, but it's my preferred. But from what I'm looking at in the video, he kept his elbows nice and high up, and he was really just working upper trap, upper lat, rear delt tie-in, mid trap. So he was just staying up, right? Small, tiny waist, giant fucking back on that guy. So from the rear, this is just helping with that density, and you guys can see it. Like, I'm getting vascular back there. Everything's starting to really move around. I call my wife up and be like, yo, babe, I'm editing a video. You want to see this? It's cool. So that guy interacted with me too. He was cool. He was clearing plates off of his machine, and he just threw a plate. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, I went from 2 plates to 3 plates. I wasn't going to go do that, to be honest. I was just going to stay at 2 plates, but he just put his plates on my machine. He said, yeah, you look like you're going to move up. I said, well, I guess I am. And I did. And it was a good move. It was the right move, because doing 3 plates on this is effective for me. Way more effective than 2 plates. So, guys, that's Derek Lunsford's workout from, his video and what was there. So, thanks for joining me. I'd love to hear your comments and questions, and, give me some attitude. I'm all about it. And I'll leave this video off with going off my rant, because I did not leave any of that in this time around. But I'm going to go grab a bottle. I'm going to go grab some paper towels, and I left a mark. I'm going to go clean it off. So again, keep your gym clean, keep your gym safe, keep your gym friendly, chat it up, help people out. That's what we're here for. This is what the community's about. So that spray bottle was really excited to see me. But guys, until next time, I'll see you at the gym.